Grade 11s, this chapter for the next 2 weeks will be on solids, and we are going to look at different pyramids and prisms which we are going to draw, and we're going to cut it as well, and we're going to show the section. So if you read the instruction here for the first one, which is this one here, it says here that the front view, which is that there, and the top view, which is that here, of a right regular triangular pyramid. So this is a triangular pyramid that you see here, and then there's a cutting plane running across the triangular pyramid, AA. So that's where we're going to cut it away, and we're going to leave one part, and we're going to show the cutting. What's the instruction? You must draw to scale 1:1. You can redraw all of that, and you're going to show the top view and the front view. The top view is going to be section, and you're going to draw a left view as well on your right hand side. Okay, so it's going to be on this side here, which is your your left view. You're going to draw on your right hand side, which is going to be here. Okay, so you got to start more or less here so that you have your right view here, and then you must also draw the true shape of the surface which has been cut. Okay, you need to show all the construction, and no hidden detail is basically required. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to start at a particular point. I can start here, or I can start there, doesn't matter. I'm going to start here at this point, and I'm going to create a little point for myself, which is going to be, say, around about there. That is going to be that point, and using my set square of 60 degrees, I'm going to draw that up that way. I just need to draw it a little bit darker so that you can see clearly that way, and I'm going to draw it that way, and then I will find that the length of one side is 55, so I'm going to cut off 55 on there perfectly. There's my 55. I'm going to project that across there, and then if I want to see what angle these lines inside the triangle is, it's 30 degrees, so I'm going to draw that 30 degrees there, just a little bit darker from each corner, and then straight down that way. So I'm going to leave that faint as it is. I'm going to project up, so any distance up. Before I do that, I just want to erase that lengthy construction lines there. So now I'm going to draw a baseline there, and I'm going to project this up like that, and then my midpoint, which is going to go up as well. Now I see that my height is vertical height is 74, so I'm going to mark of 74, and then all these points are going to go to my apex, which is there. Right, this is pretty straightforward. And then what I am going to do as well is put in my cutting line. Now my cutting line, they say, is at 60 degrees like that, and it must run through a 35 point from the bottom. So I'm going to mark off where my 35 point is. There's my 35, and then I'm going to draw that. So I am going to draw that dark immediately. Right, so that line is going to be dark. I'm going to write the A, and I'm going to darken my front view where my cutting line is in. So that view has no problem of becoming dark immediately, because there's no alterations that will take place in that specific view. So darken, it goes like that, and then straight down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to label it as number 1, number 2, number 3, and that's going to be A for apex. That's number 1, that's number 2, that's number 3, and that's apex there. Alright, so now having that drawn dark, now I can do my cutting. So my cut section goes through there, as that is at the bottom of my my line there, it's going to cut through this base here, and that's going to cut on line 2, on corner 2, and that's going to cut on corner 3. But just before I do the cutting, let me just project a view here faintly so that I know. So I'm going to use my 45 degrees set square, where I'm just going to draw a 45 degree line any distance here, like that. Okay, that must be at 45 degrees, so that line goes on there, on my 45, and it goes up till there, right? The same as number 2, that's for number 1 and 3 on there, and this is number 2 going this way and up like that there. So I've taken that 1 and 3 up till there, so that's going to be 1 and 3, and that's going to be number 2 over there, that's number 2. And then I'm going to take the apex as well, the apex go on there. But the apex goes right up, because the apex is going to be somewhere at the top. You see, this is 1 and 3 on this line, and then 2 on that line, and apex is going to be right there. So now you can draw this faintly as well. Just faint for now. Here we go. And then we're going to leave that as is. Okay, that's apex. Let's go back to this here and find the cut section. So when I cut there, very importantly, I'm going to bring my line down. It cuts through the base, so it's going to be that point there and that point there. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to darken that immediately, like that there. And then I'm going to leave that for the moment. I'm going to go there. There's a slant. It cuts on line A3, which is A3, which is this line here, and I need to bring that down like that on A3. There we go. But then it comes on A2 as well, right? It's going to be on A2 as well. So A2, it's somewhere here. It's somewhere here, but we're not sure where. So it's very important, when you get to a straight line, you can borrow this first either to this side or to that side, doesn't matter. I'm going to borrow it onto A3, right? So I'm going to borrow it onto A3, bring it down onto A3. It's there now. I've borrowed that point on here. It came down on here. Now I need to take it that way. Two ways of doing it. I can either use a compass. Pay attention to this method. I use a compass to bring it like that there, right? In the middle apex point, and bring that to where it should be. Or alternatively, I can use this parallel line to project that till there. Same thing, okay? But that's the point where I need. And then once I have that, I can now darken. I want to start darkening that there. This line is going to go from here directly till there. Then this is going to go to that point over there. And then it's going to go to that point over there. Right. And then you can do your hatching. The hatching can be at 45 degrees. So that's going to be hatched like that there. That is just to show where the part has been cut. Right, that's my hatching. Right, which means that this part here, if you view it from the top, this part here with the apex, that is now gone. That's gone, this is remaining. So, which means if this part above here is gone, then you don't see A anymore, right? In fact, if you look at it carefully, if that part is gone, you're not going to see this A anymore. You're only going to see this part here, there, and running till there. Alright, so we have to put in that part still. That part remains, which is that part over there. This part is going to remain till there. And that part is going to remain, sorry, running till there. Okay, that part. And then of course these lines, these corners still remain there, and that corner still remains there. Okay, so that part is the cut section, that's gone, this is gone. So that concludes this drawing over there, or the view over there. I just want to highlight this a little bit darker so that you know that this was the first thing that we darkened when we started this drawing. Okay, now we're going to go to the left view on your right hand side. The left view on your right hand side. This is finished, so we're going to go here. So now that is the start where we cut, so it's going to be here on this base here, but you don't know where. That one is going to be right there, right? There's no doubt that that's going to be right there. You see it on this line, it's going to be right. This one we're going to project across onto my 45 and take it up from there, so that is going to be there. I can immediately darken that line there. Okay, that's the base. Then this line here, that's the 2, so we're going to bring this across. That is the 2 point there. Right, so we're going to draw that line from there. It goes to this 2. And then from that 2 it goes to the 3. This is the 3 line. So we're going to bring this line across here. That's on the 3 line. This is the 3 line here. So it's going to be there. So that goes that way. There. And then it comes down the other side, straight down like that there. Okay, now you're going to hatch that. You're going to hatch that all neatly, evenly spaced apart at preferably 45 degrees, like that and like that. Okay, perfectly. Now, remember what I said. That's gone now. Right? That's gone. That's the cut section. The top part is gone, so you don't see that anymore. So you only see this part that's remaining here. So you're going to fill this part in here, there, and you are going to draw that part over there. This part is completely gone. Alright, that concludes that drawing over there of the cut. Now, these are the 3 cut points. Right? Those are the 3 cut points. That's 2 points. That represents 2 points on the base. That 1 on there. That's 1 on there. Now I need to draw the true shape only of this section over here. How do you do that? Right? So all I'm going to do is I'm going to pivot this around this point. I'm going to pivot that, and I'm going to bring that straight like that, because it's a slant. I want to bring it straight. So because I'm going to pivot it around this point, I'm going to extend this line straight there, and I'm going to bring that line, like I said, everything is going to go onto this line over here. That point is there already, so that is there already. And then I'm going to take my sharp point, put it on there, and take that point on there, and take that point on there. And then I'm going to extend this line like that, and like that there. This one is already extended. Okay? Remember what I did? I pivoted that like this. Show you like that there. Now, you can take your compass, and what you can do is that you can actually use a line. You can have a starter line. You can draw a line any distance away. Okay, let that line now be, and you can draw a line like this here if you want to, right? If you want to, or alternatively, if you want to use this line here, let's use that line there. This line here is that line over there now. So this point here, if I take it, it is on this line over there, right? This line this line is that line over there. So this line is on there, and then it's that distance away. So that there is going to be that distance away. So I'm going to mark it here. So it's that point over there. Then if you take this point over here, is from here to here, and you take it, it's going to be from there to there. Okay, there it is. Okay, okay, this distance, we're using this line, you measure down here, and you find from here to here. And then this distance here is that distance over there, right? And you're going to go, and you're just going to plot it here, which is there. And now you connect the 4 points. Let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And then that's going to be hatched as well with your 45. Now I want to reiterate. I did this line, I took this line and drew a line here, which is that back line, which is basically that line there, right? Because I want this point to be on that line. That point is the distance here, that distance here to that point. This distance here, I applied from this point that way. This distance here, which is the short distance, I applied from that point there to get that shape there. True shape, front view, sectional top view, sectional left view. And that concludes your drawing for that specific solid drawing.